Welcome to the Refined Football Podcast show. And of course, as you all know, the international break is over, and you know what that comes with next. EPL football actions are back today, tomorrow, and next tomorrow. And we have some very, very exciting games. I'm going to start with a very, very big one. Nottingham Forest up against Manchester United. And with me today in the studio are two staunch supporters of Manchester United. But I'm going to start with the Chief Priest of Football on my left. Mr. Chief Priest, you're welcome to the studio today.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. It's gonna be a tough game for Manchester United. You know, we are just coming back for international duty, and if you look very closely, you see that a whole lot of players from Manchester United went back to international duty, and some injury we had, but I believe Manchester United is going to turn the result in our own favor, because the last match we had with Nottingham Forest, they stole the points from us. I think they ended 2 Manchester 2 Nottingham Forest 3. So, but this time around, I think it's a payback time. So we want to snatch the point away from them, because we need it right now to step ourselves on the table, because Manchester United, we are racking behind. I think we're on the 13th position, so we need to win the game to enable us to come up a bit on the table. Thank you.
So you've not given us your final result. You know, the first leg at Old Trafford, they won the game 2-0. Now this game is happening at Nottingham Forest's home. What is your final prediction?
You know, Nottingham Forest is a tough team this season. You know, I don't know where they got that spirit, but Manchester United is going to win the game. Nottingham Forest 1, United 2.
Okay, thank you very much for your own prediction. So, Coach, let's start with you. Nottingham Forest, Manchester United. I know you're a Manchester United fan. Give us your own verdict.
Yes, I'm a staunch supporter of Manchester United. But what has been happening to Manchester this period, if not that I'm a staunch supporter, I could have gone to another place. But to have to be there to see the end of it. You know, the match is going to be a very strong game indeed. Despite the international break, you can see Manchester United are still on training, and Nottingham Forest has played one match, that is the FA Cup, which they won, that took them into the semi-final. So their players are match ready, unlike Manchester United team. But I can see the spirit in the United team, because they are going to prove some point that really that position where they are, that is not there, it's not meant for them. I believe the match will take them higher up the log. You understand me? But I've seen it in the Nigeria scenario. You know, that is Forest. So we are going to see the hunters carry AK-47 to go and hunt from the north to the south. Do you understand me? So the hunting there is going to give United some catch. I see the game supporting you. Nottingham Forest 1, Manchester United 2.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach. But my own verdict, my own prediction in this game, I know it's going to be a very tough one. Nottingham Forest are third on the log, and they want to make history. I think this is going to be the first time in their history, if I'm not mistaken, to make it to the Champions League, if they keep on with this performance. And I don't see anybody stopping them for now.
You don't see anybody?
Manchester United, no be now. My own prediction, okay. I see a slim victory, or they retain the first leg score, 2-0, 1-0 in favor of Nottingham Forest. My own. But anything can happen in football. Yeah, so we are switching to the next game. We have another London derby. I will tag this one the small London derby, but based on name, but based on performance this season, Fulham, they've been up and doing, and they are playing against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. Which I'll start with you. What's your prediction? Arsenal versus Fulham.
Yeah, as you said, it's a small London derby. And when it comes to that London derby, you always give Arsenal the upper hand. You understand me? But the performance of Fulham this period is very, very surprising. They are playing a very good type of football that I least expected them playing. Though the coach, brought a very new flair into the game. And as it is, I will always give Arsenal, the win. I see Arsenal scoring 2 goals, but nothing will stop Fulham from scoring 2-1.
In favor of Arsenal?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Mr. Mickey Mandela, Chief Priest, whatever you say, 95% of most of the games you've predicted, they always come to pass. So let's hear from you.
You know me too well, and you always know how to address me. So that's always increase my inspiration, to give out the all to people, to make people a multi-millionaire. This time around, it's going to be a hard game for Arsenal, because Fulham need this match more than Arsenal do. You look where Arsenal is sitting. They are sitting comfortable at the second position. So nothing is going to bring them down. But Fulham want to go to Europa or Conference Cup. I don't think you remember that. So this game is going to be a hard one for them. It's either Fulham go home with 3 points or Fulham go home with 1 point. So what am I saying? It's going to be Arsenal 0, Fulham 1, or Arsenal 0, Fulham 0. That's how the game will end.
Thank you very much. Based on the fact that it's a London game, a London derby, and Fulham this season they've been magical. They've been able to pull out the surprises once in a while, get the result done against smaller teams. But their last FA Cup game, if I'm not mistaken, I think they lost to Crystal Palace by 2-0. But this is a London game. Of course, you know how the small boys turns up to the big party. They always want to spoil the show for you.
And don't forget Iwobi is there. The magic man in the midfield, the man that know how to settle the game, the man that know how to create chance where there is no chance. That is RS Iwobi. So he's there. So I see Fulham snatching that point from Arsenal. So no doubt, or except they try to kidnap Iwobi before the match. But so far Iwobi is playing that game, it's a end game for Arsenal.
I think I'm on the same fence with you, Mr. Chief Priest. So the next London derby we're going to be talking about is the big one happening between Chelsea Football Club and Tottenham Hotspur. I'll start with myself this time around. Chelsea this season started very, very, very well. Along the line, when the season began to mature, when you have to separate the corn from the chaff, you can't see inexperience in the Q Chelsea. At this point, I would say inexperience is what is hampering their performance so far this season. But they have a very young squad. And when they play well as a team and they turn up big time. I won't be surprised if Chelsea get the draw, but I see a slim victory for Chelsea or a full-time draw in favor of Chelsea. Let me start with you, Mr. Mickey Mandela.
Well, what would I say about Chelsea Tottenham? It's going to be a tough game, but Chelsea team manager, which is, what's his name? Maresca, he made a comment that since when he made that comment that they are not going for the cup, they are not going for the league, trying to play a mind game. But not knowing that there is not every child that you will encourage in his front, he will do more. There is a child that we encourage in his front, he starts doing the rest, you understand? So he went and said that instead of the boys to step up their game, they say, oh, we're not TV. It's like the speech. We are not in contention with anybody. You see the Z go down. You see, what is his name? Palmer. For a very long time, to get assist, even to score a goal, is very difficult. So all the game, they lost it. As the man said that they lost everything. So I'm seeing the game to be a draw game, 2-2 draw for Chelsea to Tottenham too, because it's a scoring team. Both teams, they don't know how to hold their defense line. And Chelsea and Tottenham, they always play up line, forgetting their defense line. So it's going to be 2-2 draw for both teams.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Coach, what's your prediction? Chelsea, Tottenham, Forest?
Yeah, a big London derby, having the blues and the white. Let me use that word based on their color. As it is, Chelsea, like you rightly said, started on a very good note, on a very impressive note, giving you a very good game, playing the type of heated game that when you see it, that these people are hungry of what? Of winning. They want to contest. They want to get for the trophy. They want to play in the Champions League. But all of a sudden, they started, coming down. Maybe as you said, what the coach told them, guys, we are not up for the trophy. We are not up for anything. We're just to play the league. So that is what they are playing. You understand me? So, but as it is, I won't write Chelsea off because in the last 4 games, Tottenham wasn't doing better than Chelsea. If you check how they lost games, they lost it so easily. And because of that, I'm still going to give Chelsea the edge to win the game. So it is still going to be a goal game, 2-1 in favor of Chelsea.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach. So the last game you're going to be previewing this week for this midweek EPL focus is the Merseyside derby. Of course, Liverpool are sitting comfortably at the first position with 9 games to end the season. But if they don't get the needed 3 points against Everton, it's a big sleep for them. Because if they end up losing that game or playing a draw and Arsenal goes on to defeat Fulham, they'll cut down the points. So, but for me, based on what Liverpool are chasing and the fact that they are no longer chasing any other trophy except for the EPL, which is almost sure, I see them winning this game. Probably 2-1 3-1 in favor of Liverpool. So I'll start with you again, coach.
Yeah, Liverpool is a pity. You know, they went in for all and three slipped off their hands. So they are only in now for one.
Wow.
And I don't think that there is anything that will make them, though they are sitting comfortably, at the top of the league. I don't see any team now that will stop them, even picking a draw from them. It will be a very one-sided game. Liverpool is going to have the day. Liverpool are going to play the game. They still have the victory. But Everton, being what they are, because that they are Merseyside, they were using the same pitch sometime, and it's always been a do or die game. But I don't see Everton, picking a point in that game. Liverpool is going to score up to 3 goals in the game.
Thank you very much, coach. So Mickey Mandela, what's your say? Liverpool, Everton, Merseyside. Pick one.
What would I say? Liverpool always have the odd. They're a big team and they have experience more than Everton. But come to think of what happened to Liverpool, losing all the trophies as they were thinking they are going to carry all the European trophies, he killed the morale, he killed the spirit, even the team, if they are all down. That is why this game I'm scared. It's my end up draw for Liverpool because what they are going for, they lost it. You see how they lost against Newcastle. It's because of the Champions League elimination. They were not expecting it, but because of the team were down, this is not what we are going for. So the thing affected them psychologically. That was the reason why they lost that game against Newcastle. Now they are going for Everton. If you ask me, some of the players will say, after all, look at the position, look at where we are sitting. The zeal, that kind of mentality that this game want to take it all, they have dropped it a bit.
Yeah, but they are still contesting the main. They are still contesting the main league in England, which is the EPL, which is the same thing. Let me say, like the Champions League. You understand me? If as I see it, they even prefer to get this EPL more than getting the Champions League because they really want to close the gap between trophies won by Manchester United and their own.
Yeah, you are not that you are right. But what I'm trying to say here is because of what they have faced concerning the losing of the Champions League, losing of the FA Cup is affecting them. But now, as you see, they don't have competition with Arsenal. Like Arsenal is not too close. If Arsenal is too close, that is where you see Liverpool gingering that today will massacre Everton. But they will see that anything that come out from the game. For now, I feel that they kind of relaxed. The game might not end the way fans will like it, but let everybody be cautioned. It's either Liverpool win or Liverpool draw the game. You understand? Or even Liverpool lose the game, the 3-odd one must play. Everton can get this game done because Liverpool now, I'm not giving them 100%. So I see the game to be, is either in favor, it's a 12 prediction, anybody win. You understand? So I can't give this match to Liverpool based on what they are facing currently. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So to our punters out there and our viewers watching, we've given you the clean slate. Go and fix the bookies and get the bags. And when you get the winnings, please come to our comment section and give us kudos, reference purposes. Give us a shout out for giving you these predictions. Unfortunately, we've come to the end of another exciting edition of the Refined Football Podcast Show. Our viewers, wherever you might be watching us from, please do ensure to follow us on all our social media pages, most especially our YouTube page. Please ensure to keep notification button on. And until we meet again, it's goodbye from all of us at TRF Podcast.